The Astro World Music Festival was by far the most traumatizing experience of my life. I'm a mother of two, and I went to the festival alone by myself. So I never thought that by attending the festival, I was taking the chance that I would possibly not return home to my children. When I woke up Saturday morning, I found that so many people that I had spoken with in the crowd were exposed to so much trauma. I had no idea that people in the crowd had passed away that night. I was towards the front left-hand stage of the Utopia Mountain stage when Travis Scott began to perform. And the thing that stands out to me the most in my memory is that I remember being crushed from every side by human bodies all around me. When he began to perform his first song, the crowd began to jump up and down, and with so many human bodies contacting your body from every area, with them jumping up and down, there's no way possible for you to maintain your footing. I was not able to stand on my own. We formed a camaraderie of sorts in the crowd to be able to hold one another up so that we do not go down. By the third or fourth song, I remember trying to make my way out of the crowd, and I tapped a woman behind me, maybe about two people behind me to the rear. And when I tapped the woman to ask her to please move out of my way, you can tell that she was kind of having trouble breathing on her own. The next thing I know, the woman began to have a seizure. She was there with her best friend. Her best friend just started screaming out, "Oh my gosh, she's having a seizure. Please, someone get the medic." I'm looking around for the paramedics. I don't see anyone responding. The woman hits the ground, and I'm the next person behind this woman. Her feet are next to my feet. The only thing that I can think of is if I trip over this woman's feet, we're gonna create a pileup. There's no way possible that I'm gonna be able to get out of this crowd. Thank God there were people around me to help me and help me to remain stable. And the only thing that I kept reassuring myself is that if I can get out of that crowd with the dense air, with all of the heat, with everybody crushing me from every which way, then I'll be able to breathe, to return to normal air. And unfortunately, I made it through the crowd. I fainted as soon as I got through the crowd. I believe that by the time I started trying to leave the arena was around 9:45 p.m. I was caught in the madness and the mayhem until about 2:45 in the morning, not able to return to my children, no cell phone service, no way to Uber home, no way to contact anyone. There was no taxi service. So it was literally like I was trapped downtown by myself where I know no one. I don't know anyone here. So it was truly the most traumatizing experience. And I had no way of even getting back to my car because where my vehicle was parked, I later found out that was the reunification site for the people who had lost their lives during the concert. So I was purposely being rerouted from getting back to my vehicle because the families needed to go and find out whether or not their family members were still alive where my vehicle was parked.
You want to talk about your needs and nightmares?
I know for a fact that I'll never attend. At this point, I feel as if I'm very shaken up with large crowds. I feel like yesterday, for example, I went to the nail salon, and as I'm sitting there, the Astro World clips are on every single TV screen. You see people being carried out on stretchers. You don't have the opportunity to even move on with your life. You're forced to relive this over and over and over again. And I know that so many people think that's helpful, and I know that everyone has their story, but it just forces you to relive the trauma over and over again. And then there's discussions about it in person and online about what people in the crowd should have done and saying, well, if you were in the crowd and you noticed someone dying around you, why didn't you help? I'm not a licensed medical professional. Only thing that I could think about was me not falling on top of this woman and crushing her to death. I'm not trained in how to respond to a crisis like that. So for people to pass their opinions on how the concert goers should have responded, that's completely inappropriate and traumatizing.